Hey folks, Lester here. Today it is with much, oh my gosh, guys. Okay, you know what I have to do? I'm gonna take these guys out in the pasture for a little run around because they, as you can see, are all wound up and excited. And you wanna know why that is? Would you like to know why these guys are so wound up and excited? Come on, babies, come over here. I want you to be a part of this with me. I want to talk to you today about why these guys are so wound up and excited, yet at the same time, I have a very, can I say heavy heart? Lots of uncertainties. Folks, there's a big announcement coming, but I'm going to take these guys out into the pasture where I can have a little privacy away from those geese that are coming this way, because I want to make an announcement, and I want it to be where you can hear me. So let me go ahead and open up the gates, and we're all going to take us a little run out into the big field. All right, let's go. Come on, you bunch of littles. Come on, all littles, let's go. Come on, babies, let's go, littles. There we go. Come on, Trudy. Come on, Ernie, let's go. Trudy, you're going the wrong way, love. Trudy. Pebbles, are you sure you want to do this? Pebbles, are you sure you want to go? Trudy, you're on the wrong side of the fence, love. All right, let me stop and help Trudy. Guys, I promise we will get to this video. You gotta give me a couple of seconds to get everybody set up. Trudy is in the wrong pasture and she needs a way out. And even though they say pigs are one of your smartest creatures out there, she just gets excited like we all do and can't seem to find her way through. There we go. Come on, love. All right, you're free now. Don't go back in there, weirdos. All right, let's go for a little ride, everybody. So the animals are excited, super excited today. Not because of the weather or not because of any kind of a snack or a treat, but instead they're excited that Dad's home on a Thursday. And guys, this is becoming more and more common, and it's actually been this way all year. I haven't talked about it a whole lot because I know that different people in different parts of the country, feel are very opinionated when it comes to anything related to the pandemic. So I've tried to just kind of keep things to myself as far as school and work goes. But I am going to go ahead and just say that I have I've actually been online. I've done a lot more online schooling this year than what I thought we would since school has resumed. Have you ever heard that expression? If you love what you do, then you will never work a day in your life. And listen to me. I believe that to be very true. And I'm going to be honest and say that in the 26 years that I've been teaching, working, I can honestly say that I've never really worked a day in my life until now. Folks, with the online schooling, with the pandemic and the school being on again, off again, on again, off again, I just can't find my rhythm. And I'm not enjoying what I'm doing. I'm smart enough to do what I'm doing. I mean, I've been to all the trainings and I know exactly how to log into everything and how to do the online classes. But what I can't do is be myself. What I can't do is continue to build relationships. What I can't do is what I've really loved doing for the last 26 years. And so I just feel like it's time for me to take a step down and not officially, but unofficially announce my retirement. Now, despite the fact of all the wrinkles that I have under my eyes, I'm not really old enough to retire. And so I'm going to continue driving my school bus, and I'll continue to stay involved in the school district. And if need be, and if everything eventually lines itself out and things get back on track, then of course I will possibly jump back into the classroom. And because that's what I love, that's what I do, that's what I have always done. But as of right now, I've already logged in this morning and started the sessions. And then I will log in throughout the day and take the attendance and do all the things that I'm required to do. But that's not fun for me. That's a chore. It's work. And I just feel like I would rather not start a brand new school year knowing that we're more than likely going to continue that exact same thing again next year. The reason I'm saying this today and not waiting until the beginning of next school year is because there's a certain date that teachers have to make these kind of announcements. We have to give our principals and our districts time to fill vacancies. So you might be asking, like, Lester, how are you guys going to financially be able to afford all of that? I mean, you already know that along with the rescues and the forever homing of these babies, there's feed expenses, there's medical, veterinary expenses. There's with all of the fencing and all of the upkeep, it gets to be very expensive. I'm going to continue to drive my school bus route, which pays enough, believe it or not, it pays enough to afford the few bills that I have. Jamie's still going to work. She's going to continue to do what she does, and Jamie makes a lot better money than I ever did as a teacher. So we're going to be fine as far as that goes. We also have a few folks that support the page financially through the Facebook supporters, and that has been a huge blessing. And being that we're a nonprofit, we get a lot of things discounted anyway. Our vet works with us a whole lot, and so I'm not worried about the financial stability of the farm. We may be limited to how many new animals we bring in if there's a medical need. But as far as feeding the babies and all the fencing that we've done, I think that we're good for a while. And so I will continue to drive a school bus every day, but when I get home in the mornings, then my days will be my days. I'll go back in the afternoons for that afternoon route. But as far as the teaching and the coaching, I believe that I'm going to, I don't believe I'm going to. I believe, it's so hard to say. It's hard to actually do this. It is with a heavy heart because I really have loved what I've done all of these years. But this year has not been fun. This year, I feel like I don't even know the kids that are sitting in front of me. They don't know me. I think that you get where I'm going with this. And so just everything, folks, it's just a lot of stuff. And so I will miss teaching. I have some amazing memories, and I'm going to go ahead and play a few of those at the end of this video. Just some of the moments that I did record of special moments. Hi, sweet girl. You just checking everything out? I'm finally being joined by a few of the babies. They wonder why I didn't follow them. But Trudy brought them all back to me. And Annie's leading the way, as usual. All right, well, I will say thank you to education in general. I am so blessed to have served students and, for as many years as I did. And I have some amazing memories. I have some really neat relationships that I've built with students over the years. Some kids that I still keep up with today that still follow the page and follow Lester Morrow, who they still know as their teacher. And I love that. I wouldn't trade that for anything. But as far as the actual driving in every day and standing in front of the classroom and doing all the things that teachers have to do to make a classroom successful, I will miss that. What I will not miss are lesson plans. I will not miss grade book. I will not miss after school meetings. Oh, I'll miss them, but I'm not going to miss them. And there are a number of things that a part of the teaching that I did not like. But no, spending time with the students and stuff, I'm going to miss that like crazy. Anyway, all right, folks. Well, enjoy the video compilation and just know that I will still stay involved with kids through my bus route. And I'll tell you one thing that a lot of folks don't realize unless you drive a bus. It is possible to build relationships with your bus students as much as it is with your classroom students. And when those kids get on that bus in the morning, you are the first face that they see that represents the school. And so I've always made it a point to welcome them and show them lots of love, and not being too hard on them for not having a mask. You know what? I'll give them a mask. Not being too hard on them for not having their bus swipe ID. You know what? I'm not going to kick you off and make you go back home. I'm going to take you to school. And so we find ways to show them some compassion, whether it be on the bus or whether it be inside the classroom. And so that will continue. And so I'm excited, and I'm also nervous, and we will see what the future holds. But I believe there's going to be a whole lot of this. Like my dad, it's crazy, you know, the way you follow your parents' footsteps. Dad retired from teaching after about 40 years. And then he continued to drive a bus for another darn near, I don't know, 10 or more. I don't remember, but for a long time. And I kind of feel like that might be me.
But, and you're probably going to think to yourself that, we have nothing in common. I don't walk the walk, I don't talk their talk, I'll never get their respect. But there's something you haven't realized, that these kids will love you and respect you if you will fight their fight. And they come to school with lots of needs. So next thing you know, you find yourself, helping this kid through a tough time. You're supporting this kid when he's going through some kind of a challenge. You're making your classroom into a home away from home. You're finding yourself being a refuge for that kid when they're struggling through some kind of hardship, some kind of abuse, some kind of bullying situation. The kind down the hall, the kind on social media. Next thing you know, these kids are coming to you for support. You're the big brother, you're the big sister, you pick them up when they fall, support them when they need it. The year's finally over. And you gotta say goodbye to these kids, but there's something really neat that happens. They won't be gone for long. Next school year, every time there's an open house, there's some kind of an after-school function, that door opens up and they come right on in, like they live there still. It's like, your Facebook's gonna be cheating with all those friend requests. They're gonna try to slide in on your DMs that you guys have. No, not what you're thinking, just to say hey to your favorite teachers. And a couple of years later, guys, you're gonna get your inbox will be full of graduation invites, because they're going to remember those that helped them along the way. I'm sorry, I get kind of emotional because, it's true. At this point in your life, you find things and you see these kids right here they gave us hell a couple of years ago. And look at them now, they're belong to something special. And you think back to the times that they struggled, the things that they brought to school with them that they couldn't overcome on their own. But they found teachers who supported them and loved them and took care of them. And besides, there's nothing who's going to define your legacy as a teacher, anything greater than the way you make those kids feel while you're